welcome back to Uncastables. With me, your main host, Gage Lee, and two side pieces, Scott Drennan and Scott Spencer.
Hello.
Recently, someone had a birthday, I'm pretty sure.
Who's that?
You. I think you had a birthday. What'd you do, Scott? What'd you get up to? What'd you get up to, you little rascal?
I went to like a pub.
So who did you go with? Family?
Yeah.
That's nice. How old? You're 29.
Yeah.
So did they gift you anything?
Lego.
You got a Lego.
Alright, what'd
I
you
got
get?
Lego. Star-Lord's helmet.
The scale?
No, it's like one of those bust-like ones.
That's fun.
I have several of them. I got like Darth Vader, Rex from Star Wars Clone Wars,
that's
Commander
cool, Rex.
Cody, Darth Vader. You know when you're like trying to fall asleep or you're just waking up and you see something in the corner of your room and you're going, oh shit, it's a monster or it's a demon. But when you turn your lights on, it's hoodie on top of like a pile of clothes or something.
Yeah.
How tall is your pile of clothes?
Your mind plays tricks on you, so
that
could be
was a
anything.
Successful birthday?
I'd say it was, yeah.
Speaking of birthday, Scott, I remember when we were young and I was shown a videotape. Do you know the videotape I'm talking about?
No.
I don't like where this is going, but go on, yeah.
It was a whole movie situation back when that was a thing. And you can stop me to tell the story if you want at any point. His oldest brother thought it would be funny if he gifted Scott a Barbie doll.
Oh, that wasn't for my birthday. That was for Christmas.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Yeah, I remember that day. I wasn't very happy
remember the
because I was
day?
a spoiled little brat.
You fucking were very
I
upset.
destroyed it and then chucked it over the fence.
That's fucking
Over the
awesome.
fence.
But I did get him back though. It was either dog food or baked beans or spaghetti.
Yeah.
And I wrapped that up and put that as his Christmas present.
How do you react?
He just said thank you.
I
and then-
didn't want spaghetti.
Speaking of like traumatic events, I was thinking the other day, when you grow up, right, you slowly learn that people swear a lot. And I was thinking, when I was young, you know what? I swore so fucking much, right? And
You
I
still
was
do?
probably less now, actually. When I was really young, I used to do it a lot. I'd be like, fuck this, suck a bag of dicks, fuck off, cockhead. Shit like that, right?
Jesus.
I was probably like 6 or some shit. Anyway, so I was at my my mum's partner's like grandparents, right? And they didn't like the swearing, and I was swearing a lot. And I think
Wait,
they
did
told
your mum didn't care, did she?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. She probably told me
But
not to do it. She probably thought it was funny because I was so young.
Okay, that is funny. But yeah.
Anyway, I was swearing my head off. I was like, oh, fuck this. Fuck you, idiots. Get stuffed, dickhead. Just cussing everyone out. And they told me to stop, or they'll wash my mouth out with soap. And I'm like, yeah, fuck
Oh
off.
no, they did it.
And yeah, so I did it too many times. And then they fucking grabbed me. They took me to took me to the washing room. Over to the sink, got the soap, and they fucking shoved it in my mouth.
Jesus.
Yeah, it did shut
And
me
you-
up for a bit, so
I was
it
about to
worked.
say you don't swear as much now.
I think they did
I doubt it.
a good
I
job.
wouldn't recommend that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
yeah.
if you did that in today's, I would like to say climates where everyone's like really protective of kids, saying, "Oh, if you smack a child, that's abuse." If you did that to someone of this generation, they'll just say that that's abuse.
I mean, it was.
Don't get me wrong, it is, but like even
Sounds like
just
you're in
like-
support of
Yeah, you
smacking and
lenient on this
soap
shit?
washing.
He's alright.
Oh,
He's in support.
smacking the shit out of a kid? No. Giving a kid like a smack on the bottom for being naughty just to show, yes, there are consequences to your actions. Yes. Just have a look at all the people doing subway surfing and all that kind of shit in Sydney.
What?
You haven't seen the videos?
I've seen the
feel like this is
TikToks where
old.
someone's playing Subway Surfers on the bottom of the screen.
No,
No,
no.
I don't think
That's
he's
not
talking
what I'm.
about that.
That's not what I'm talking about. There was a group of teenagers broke into a train conductor's like
Right. Yeah.
room,
Okay.
and they started messing around with the fucking controls.
Are you saying
And
this is
then
because the parents don't discipline their kids, or perhaps it's the opposite and the parents
No.
are fucking okay.
parents need to discipline their kids.
These sound like older kids though. You know when you
They
get
were
to a certain
teenagers.
age, it gets like
Yeah.
weird to smack their bums.
That's when you've
Okay.
already lost.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
Like it's been too late.
You need to bring in the cops.
Yeah,
No.
I think those kids are always a mix of one, the parents either didn't give a shit and there was no discipline because the parents didn't care what the fuck their kids were doing, or it's the other way around and the kids probably had like really
Bad upbringing.
abusive, terrible parents,
Well, sometimes you would have really good parents, but just shit kids.
I guess.
Because have you ever seen that old TV series? What was it? Scared Straight, where they send the kids into prison
Oh,
to
yeah.
show what their future looks like if they keep on going down that road. But if you say, "Oh, the TV series Scared Straight," it's like, why are you forcing people who are happy with their sexuality trying to scare them straight?
But that's not what they were doing though.
No,
But that's what you thought they were doing when you first heard of it?
no.
Alright. So the reason I brought up the soap thing, right, is because I was wondering, do you have any traumatic canon events like that? Like just fucked up shit that lives in your head rent free?
I got told I could die.
Did he say right after he told you could die? Did he say, "But don't worry, everyone dies"?
He paused.
Oh.
He was waiting for
No.
your reaction.
I got stung by a wasp right below my nose, right above the lip. Went to the doctors because it was swelling up. Doctor said if you don't keep an eye on it, it could go down to his throat and kill him.
Did your nose like blow up like a balloon? Like one of those monkeys with the big fat
Yes,
noses?
like fat.
No.
Like baboons?
So I got stung there, and the doctor said if you don't keep an eye on it, it could go down to his throat, swell up his throat, and kill him.
Did he say that as a joke because you couldn't see it?
No.
He was like, keep an eye on it, even though you can't see it.
Scott immediately after said, "That's not funny, doctor."
Well, considering I was still in primary school, yeah.
The doctor said, "That's not a fucking joke. You're gonna die."
What'd you have to get? You'd have had to get something if you're like allergic to it.
I just avoid them, bro. Don't
Well, he
get stung.
didn't. He didn't though. He got stung on the nose.
Yeah, and you learned a valuable lesson.
He looked like a fucking
chuck-
villager from Minecraft.
Don't chuck things at trees. That's how I found out I was allergic to wasp.
That is a canon event. That's good.
Stepped on a dead bee stinger.
Well, that's just unlucky.
Pretty much.
Jesus.
So that whole area swelled up and I couldn't walk for 2 weeks.
You got like a big foot.
Pretty
That's
much, yeah.
his nickname all through school.
Hey, there's Bigfoot trending coming.
Nope.
I like that canon event. Scott, do you have a canon event?
Back, it would have been year one. I was friends with this kid, Rexon, and I think his name was Jack. So before school, we were hanging out in the boys' bathroom. as
The
you do.
men's bathroom.
And there was this thing that I think this is a thing that's existed since the beginning of time. I'm sure kids are probably still doing it. What you do is you get toilet paper and you wet it under the faucet. You lob it onto the roof, right? Anyway, school assembly starts. Miss Fisher, I think it was, she goes up there. She's not fucking happy. She lays down the law. She's like, any one of you boys that went into the toilets this morning, stand up here now in a line in front of everyone at assembly. They all started going up. There was like 20 people. In my head, it was 20. Could have been a bit less. And what do? I don't fucking move.
Fuck that.
Hell no, dude. You know?
Smart.
And then I see these two douche idiots walk up into the line.
Dumbasses.
And then they're like, all right, assembly gone. You boys stay. So I'm like, fuck. I'm freaking out. I go back to class like, what's going to happen? Like, you just don't admit to anything. And then some student comes to class. Scott, can you go to this classroom where Miss Fisher is? And you got to understand, Miss Fisher was a demon, devil lady. Everyone was scared of her. She hated kids. I don't know why she was a teacher. She's probably dead now. I'm not gonna mourn about it, okay? So anyway, sorry.
Oh damn.
Anyway, she was
Jesus.
awful. Anyway, I go over into the classroom, and Scott, up here. Did you go to the bathroom? What? Did you go to the bathroom? No. Jack and Rickson said you were there. They were there. They're in there now. Were you there? And she just kept pressing me until obviously I couldn't take the pressure, and I gave in. Like, yeah, I was there, but I didn't do shit. Doesn't matter. So we got sent to the toilets, and as I remember, we were supposed to clean it up, but I don't think we did, because how the hell were we supposed to clean it up? And I remember day goes by, fuck, Gary thought, I'm just the whole day I'm like, I'm done. It's the end of my life. Like, I walked down to where Mum would meet me, and there she is, Miss Fisher, just standing with Mum. How'd she even know? But you know, it went on, and that was just kind of a regular thing in school. So I'm sure Mum got used to it.
What, you been like a dick?
Yeah, even in high school, I got a lot of phone calls home because I just wouldn't do work, things like that, or I would do the wrong thing.
Yeah, you
I
weren't
wasn't even a bad kid.
Yeah, you weren't doing bad shit in high school.
I just wasn't doing anything.
Yeah,
It was kind of a
you're doing
problem.
the opposite.
Yeah.
And that was a problem too.
Mm.